Hey everyone, so as a result of the poll, Belorussia is going to be the focus for this particular memory video. Don't worry, people who were wanting U-47 she'll be next. I had a kind of a plan to where whoever wins the poll would go first, and whoever doesn't goes second. So don't worry. And they're going to be back to back in this case. That said, I have not used the Russians a whole lot. I actually have used a good handful of them. And that's really been about all I've really done with them. I think I've got a handful of northern parliaments that are up there. But that said, they're still rather interesting to use. They're very focused on working together as a team, which is kind of something I would expect considering the lore behind them. But definitely an interesting faction nonetheless. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on into the story and see what is this all about. See you guys soon. Okay, White Gallantry, I think I said that right. The earliest bird. I'm going to be so worried if there's going to be any Russian names in here that I'm going to absolutely butcher because, well, I don't think it's unusual for me to butcher names. Port, just outside the office. I was just about to enter my office and resume another day of fleet management. Right as I put my hand on the doorknob, though, I sensed something was off. At last, come on in. Then I realized what it was. Someone had entered my office before me. Well, are you not coming in? Then how about a bet? I think you're feeling too startled to enter the office. And the reason, you forgot to lock the door last night. Am I right, or am I wrong? She was right. I gasped in surprise. How did she know? What do you mean, how did she know that the door was unlocked? Do people not try doors? I mean, just because the door is just because the door is closed doesn't necessarily mean it's locked. That's the way I would look at it. Or is it because that technically they were supposed to be with us the entire? Well, I don't know. Usually these secretary stories start with us like making her the secretary for the first time on the very first story. I don't know why. This just seems so stupid. Now I know what you're thinking. You're wondering how I deduced that when you were working late all by yourself. I couldn't just keep standing there, hesitant to enter my own office. It would be humiliating. Besides, I was less worried about who's waiting for me inside than about the... What do you mean inside? Than about the... Okay, than about the weird looks the ships in the hallway were giving me. The answer is blatantly obvious. So obvious that it's pointless to bet about. What are you, a tie hole? I opened the door. The reason I came early, of course, was to get everything in order to assume my role as your secretary. There in my chair sat Sovetskaya Belorussiya, claiming the throne as if she owned the place. Exercise plans, commission forms, and feedback from members of the fleet. Today's agenda looks to be jam-packed indeed. The girl, clad in the Northern Parliament's signature white uniform, stood up. She softly thumped the stack of paperwork on the desk. At ease, comrade. I am as capable a secretary as they come. You're free to work me as you see fit. I mean, I imagine, like, all of the Sovetskayas are probably pretty good at management, considering I think, like, they all kind of... I think I mentioned this in Illustrious' video, where they all pretty much... or at least it comes off as they all kind of manage individual parts of the Northern Parliament. For example, Soyuz handles a lot of the diplomatic affairs, whereas it seems like military stuff and maybe even research stuff seems to be Belorussia and Razia. So I guess it wouldn't really surprise me she'd be capable of this. She had already finished the morning's preliminary work, which I was grateful for. She walked over to me and whispered into my ear. Next time, remember to lock the door. Oh, that was it. Okay. I don't know why I expected more on this. That was a very short cutscene. Or dialogue. I don't know what I would call that. Anyway, Chapter 2, Eyes on the Prize. Port, a later date. Belorussia and I were out on an inspection around the port. Dang it, that's the 30th bust in a row. Can't believe my luck. Grimmy, do you have any money left? If I could just buy the last ticket, we'd be guaranteed first prize. Nope, I'm all out. Talk about bad luck, burning through 30 tickets and not having enough for the last one. That's RNG for you. You win some and you lose some. Oh, I think plenty of people know about RNG with you around, Miss Wallet Stealer. Oh my gosh. We came across Takashi, who had set up a lottery and was selling tickets. Want to try your luck, comrade? There was but one lottery ticket left. We were guaranteed the first prize if we buy it, I reasoned. I felt that it would be mean to Gromky and Grimmy, though. After all, they spent all their money trying to get it. So are we just gonna buy it and give it to them, or give them, I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter, or give them the coin and, I don't know. When I pointed this out to Belorussia, she took on an astonished look. The next moment, her expression returned to its default nonchalant state. If you won't do it, then I will do it for you. I will share the prize with our comrades, so you do not need to feel guilt. No objections? Good, then stay here. I'll be right back. I decided to let Belorussia go ahead with her plan. Plot twist, there's no way you win the lottery, it's Akashi. Akashi gonna steal all you I'm back, with first prize, of course. Aw. You know, I'm actually kinda... I kinda actually wanted to hope that that was gonna happen, but, yeah, I guess it has to make sense. It has to be fair. She can't be that bad, can she? Can she, Comets? Belorussia returned, holding a small envelope in her hand. Are you sure you want to give it to us, Comrade Commander? It's not like Belorussia cheated or stole it from us. You don't exactly owe it to us, that's all. We don't, but we insist even so. I wouldn't have known that that was the last ticket if you hadn't said it. Take it and share it with all our comrades. The ticket didn't cost much anyway, so I was fine with giving the prize away. Come to think of it, they didn't even say what the prize was. Wait, what? Wait, hold up. Did they really just spend, I don't know how much money for 30 tickets to get something they didn't even know what it was? And then we bought the 31st ticket so that way we could win it. And we probably still didn't even know what the prize was. Akashi, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. These are going a lot faster than I expected them to. I don't think this was added that quickly. I think this took a little bit, so it's kind of weird. I don't know. Nothing bad so far. But anyway, chapter 3, Luck of the Draw. I'm not even gonna try. To the revolution. I'm not even gonna try to say that. To the revolution! To the revolution! Yes! I'm going to the One Piece! No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Oh gosh. I'm half tempted to just start making a whole bunch of Red Alert 3 memes because Russians. After the workday was over, I attended a welcoming party for the new Northern Parliament girls. I thank you for your kindness, comrade. Granted, it is I who came up with this idea, but I was worried for a moment that you wouldn't approve of it. Why wouldn't I approve of it? I guess the Northern Parliament probably isn't 100% familiar with the commander, but still. Huh. Rather than profit from the prize, it instead incurred us further expenses. I feared you'd want to cut your losses. Oh, I see. Belorussia went on to explain to me that the lottery prize was, in fact, a discount voucher for an all-inclusive party bundle. Ah, yes, so... Wait, hold up. The winning prize is a discount that you still have to spend money towards to get a Kashi. That's it. I'm getting me mallet. I'm getting me mallet. Oh gosh, as Kromke was left without a coin to her name, she obviously couldn't use the voucher herself, thus a bit of additional funding was needed. We kinda didn't stop to check what the prize was. That's like... How much do you want to bet that they spent more money going for this prize than they would have, like, not only getting the discount, but on top of that, having to still buy the bundle at a reduced cost? They still paid more than just buying it outright. I'm gonna go discipline a green-haired cat in a bit. You really bought 30 tickets, unaware of what you were hoping to win. Seeing the almost sold out on the store display gave us tunnel vision. Oh, wait, that means almost sold out. How many tickets did they... Oh my god. Akashi! In the end, I was left feeling like we did a good deed today. Now that we're alone, it's time I offer you an apology, comrade. I did, in essence, coerce you into funding this lavish party. I blame it on my being insistent on having things my way. It's a bad habit of mine. I could be a wild card, I will admit that. It does inconvenience people at times, too. That rang true. I looked back to the day that I appointed her as my secretary. It was astonishing to say. I mean, it's very unique, considering how the other characters have been so far. Nevertheless, I figured there was no need to limit her authority as long as she uses it for the good things, like on this day. Her forwardness just required a bit of adjusting to. To that end, I had to get to know her better. Anyway, Chapter 4, Belorussia as a person. While we still had all the Northern Parliament girls gathered in one place, I decided to chat them up. At the same time, I asked what they think about Belorussia. Yes. Gangut. You know, I've seen a few people give her a nickname of Gangood. I don't know what that's for. Actually, isn't gut in German like good? I think. I've never actually studied German, so I don't know. But I think I recall something like that. Anyway, Belorussia, she takes good care of people, despite what her attitude might have you think. She's a hell of a drinking partner to boot. No, yeah. That shouldn't surprise me, really. In fact, she might have thrown this party today because I told her I wanted to get together with everyone and have a drink. That everyone... What is this face? That everyone includes you, comrade. I won't take no for an... Someone's coming on a little stronger than the vodka I had last night. Calm down, you. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by a really happy Murmansk. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, right. Belorussia is a very good person. You say that about everyone. Is there even such a thing as a bad person to you? Now that you mention it, nope. Surprise. Look, the commander isn't simply asking if she's good or bad. It's about the details. What's she like? How do you approach her? What sets her apart from others in battle? Yeah, thanks, Talon. Also, the commander wants to hear it from us, not from Belorussia. Because it's too embarrassing to ask her directly? Not necessarily. I mean, probably not in this case. I mean, what is it? It's always better to hear from, peers and whatnot. than simply, I mean, what is it? The best impression you can always get is from direct involvement with a person, but hearing from other people isn't necessarily a bad thing. But they can also, like, the nice thing is they could also, like, give you an angle to that person that you might not necessarily realize. Like, if a person normally is very sarcastic, that's just kind of is how they are. They may come off as rude or bitter, but if you actually realize that that's just the way they are and their humor, it actually kind of makes it a bit more interesting to converse with them. No, that girl is on another level. If you asked her about herself, she'd probably play mind games with you rather than tell the truth. That's what I thought too. That's why I'm asking you all instead. Alright, I'll give you my take on her. But I expect you to stick around and share a drink with me. Every single one of you wants me to drink. See, this is funny because I'm like one of the few... People generally make fun of me because I don't drink. I don't know. I never got into alcohol. Never. Like, yeah, my parents got me my drink when I was of age, but it was still a thing. I was just like, I'll stick with water, tea, and whatever else I feel like. I never really grew into it. That's the same thing for every single aspect of it. So it's kind of weird, but I don't know. Does that... I wonder how I would do with the Northern Parliament if I told them that was a part of me. I just didn't drink. I don't know. That'd be kind of an interesting conversation. I'll go ahead and get you some beers. What's the matter, Comrade Commander? You look a tad ill to me. Asking around about Belorussia. Ah, I see. So you both had the same idea. What do you mean? I'm saying that Belorussia has been asking around about you. That girl has a strong and accurate intuition, but she's not one to pass on gathering concrete information to supplement it. You know of her habit of making bets, yes? You'd be wise never to accept one. She's brought bets up a few times before, yeah? Why shouldn't I accept them? Because she only makes bets if she's absolutely certain she will win. Oh, sorry, it just came to me that your glass is empty. Can't have that now, can we? No, I'm good. Is that the floor? I probably have really crappy tolerance now that I think about it for that kind of stuff. Like, I probably would not do well with just maybe 1 or 2 glasses or something. My glass was indeed empty. Razia produced a bottle of vodka and poured me a drink. I don't even know what vodka tastes like. Like, in case people, like, never knew, like, the extent to how much I've actually had, you could probably name off an alcoholic beverage, and I'm gonna have no clue what that is. I mean, it was, like, I had, my classmates when I was in chemistry used to make fun of me because I would butcher the names of wine. Granted, it's butchering names of things, which is kind of normal, but if that doesn't tell you about how wine is, I guess it's another thing. Oh, boy. It's a lot of things, I guess. Anyway, chapter 5, Drunken Stupor. Oh no, are we gonna turn it into Demo Man? Do I need to? I'm not even gonna. I do the voice. The Northern Parliament girls had me beat. I drank so much that I was feeling dizzy and disoriented. This was not at all how I wanted the day to end. Are we there yet, comrade? We've been walking for ages. Sheesh, they just wouldn't let you off the hook back there, huh? Good thing I was there, you'd be stuck partying till morning. Oh, I think she's also slightly slurring. Belorussia cried out from behind me. The normally gallant girl was drunk out of her mind, and her speech was very much reflective of that. Not really. I mean, if she's slurring like a little bit, but not enough for me to consider her like super drunk or anything. You'd be passed out on the floor by now if I hadn't come to your rescue. It's good to talk to people, but you okay. I mean, it's the first one. You should be more selective. That's all. Wait, what do you mean? But then again, you're a kind and caring person. It's no wonder you shared drinks with everyone. I made a bet with Razia that this would happen. Clearly I was right. After asking around, I'd developed a fairly good idea of Belorussia's character. It came at the cost of having to drink with everyone I talked to, though. We're back, comrade. Good, then I'll just... and she's out. I took a seat, as did Belorussia. Just like that, she'd collapsed onto me and dozed off. Oh dear me, it seems like you both bit off a little more than you can chew. Indeed, you've clearly had enough drinks for one day. With that, I think it's time for the party to adjourn. The other girls started throwing me looks of concern. I'd hate to think that I forced them to call it for the night sooner than they would have liked. Sorry to ask for a favor, comrade, but help me back to the dorm. She helped me just earlier. Now it's my time to help her. Carrying her on my back, I took her right outside her room. The problem was, since all the other Parliament girls were attending the party, there was nobody else in the dormitory. What's the hold-up, comrade? I'm too drunk to walk by myself. The door is unlocked, so just open it. I want to get to bed. Dropping her off just outside of her room would not be decent of me. I had to carry her inside. I mustered all my courage, turned the door handle, and stepped inside. Putting Belorussia to bed relieved all the tension in me, both physically and mentally. Out of energy, I blacked out on the spot. Oh, jeez! So we literally picked her up, carried her off to her bed. I don't know if we tucked her in or anything. We just kind of like threw her on the bed. And then upon doing that, we literally just face planted onto the floor. Woof. A refreshing morning. Oh, no, that's gonna be a hangover morning, if anything. A rigging power system that uses wisdom cubes as an energy source. Now this is fascinating. I should discuss it with the commander, then posit the idea to the R&D department. But first, how are you doing? Are you awake yet? Where am I? Good morning, comrade. Should I get you a remedy for your hangover? Or would you rather have breakfast? At this hour, you could enjoy a quiet meal in the dormitory salon. Salon. Is that right? Because when I see this word, I think like haircut. And nobody would notice. Belorussia put down a heavy book she was reading and greeted me good morning in her regular gallant fashion. From the look of things, I had had far too much to drink and passed out on the couch in her room. I don't think it was on the couch, was it? I really must apologize. My intention was to exhaust the party's liqueur reserves, so you wouldn't need to get drunk. And I tried, but as you saw, things didn't pan out that way. So she literally just tried to chug down the whole supply. Oh, okay. Ironically, my plan only resulted in us both collapsing. That's only a passing grade at absolute best. I would have had to keep drinking if she hadn't pulled me out of there, which would have impacted my work the following day. Her plan was by no means a failure. That's why she said it was a passing grade at best. What's more, I had a great night with good company thanks to her. If anything, I owe her my gratitude. It's 5 in the morning. The destroyers are still asleep, and I think you can imagine where everyone else is. You can avoid being seen if you're quick. Wait, what? What time was this party? How about a bet? I think you'd rather return to your private quarters than head straight to the office with me. I win once again. Rest assured, I'll help you get there unnoticed. After all, I had you carry me all the way here, so I do owe you one. I'll set off smoke grenades in 15 minutes to cover your escape. Wait, what? Nobody should see you, assuming you run straight to your room. I think people are probably going to be more worried about smoke grenades. What is this, Kivotos? What? Why are we using smoke grenades? I can just walk there. I found myself in a somewhat precarious situation. My only real choice was to go along with their plan. Really? Was it? Is the concern about us being seen the fact that we literally just leave Belorussia's room? Is that the reason? Is that the reason we're concerned? Just because we're in Belorussia's room? It's not the first time we've had a situation like this, considering we were in Ulrich's room once. Splendid, and that's what we'll do. I'll have the preparations done in no time. She got out of bed, stood up, and offered me a hand. I finally understood why you're adored by so many, comrade. Back in office. Port, just outside the office. I was just about to enter my office and resume another day of the fleet management. Red is why are they putting it like this? I'm not used to them saying fleet management instead of work. Right as I put my head on the doorknob, my hand on the doorknob, though, I sensed something was off. Well, are you not going to enter? I know who's behind that door. It's a very certain Northern Parliament battleship who, despite her domineering character, I knew I could trust. Then how about a bet? I think I know the exact reason why you don't want to come in. Opens the door. I could have sworn I locked the door the night before. Though I hesitated for a moment, I entered the office. Inside, I found Belorussia, sat at my desk and looking ardently through some documents. You've realized you can't win my bets, have you? On a more serious note, I've drafted a proposal for the R&D department and compiled the paperwork for the next merchant vessel convoy mission. Likewise for your business outing schedule. I might add that today's weather is perfect for battle. Just give the order and I will sortie at a moment's notice. Of course, I still left some work for you to do. You are the commander, after all. Wait, you literally did it all? She led me by the hand, taking me to my same old chair located behind the desk. I sat down. Your office key slipped out of your pocket when you blacked out in my room. I left it in the drawer out to your right. What's wrong? You have nothing to worry about. This chair behind the desk belongs to my beloved guiding light. It belongs to you. Alright, that's kind of sweet. That kind of feels a bit out of left field considering she hasn't really, like, I don't know. I didn't really feel like there was a lot of growth in terms of like the romance side, but then again, I don't know the Northern Parliament girls that well, so I guess maybe that's probably part of the reason I'm not seeing it. But it still is a sweet line nonetheless. But then again, the last chapter should kind of say we were, like, why so many people like us, I guess. I'm only your secretary. My job is to serve you. I felt something soft press against the back of my head. What could that be? Using my methods, of course. Okay, short but to the point, and that's kind of fitting for Northern Parliament. I can't necessarily say that's anything bad. I do appreciate that she's the kind of character that likes to play it safe. She wants to know everything about whatever it is that she's dealing with before she does any kind of action, or I guess in most cases for us here, make any bets. And that's not necessarily a bad thing at all. It's actually kind of a good thing that she does. But I was kind of curious if I was going to be able to get to really see her personality much in this, and I was a little bit worried, but I realize kind of going through this, and I'm saying this because this is editor me, not recording me, you could kind of see her personality for the most part throughout the entire memory. It's just not till the very end where you start to see the sweeter side of her kick in, and I really do like how they fits her character so well. She always is so focused on playing it safe, wanting to know everything about whatever it is at hand before she actually performs any actions. And in this case, she wanted to understand the commander, and you know, Razia mentions this, and I actually thought it was kind of interesting how at the very end you got to see you got to really see the moment where she knew us enough and she was comfortable with us. And not only that, she was pretty happy with us, because when you know, she was wanting to keep us from drinking too much, but what she didn't realize, or maybe at that time, was that we were actually just enjoying all the Northern Parliament's company there. We were enjoying being among them, and that's kind of something that's very normal for the commander. So I think for her to see that, and you know, her going through the aha, so that's what the commander is about, that really kind of warmed her up to us, and I think that's why we see her, you know, that kind of hint at affection there towards the end, even if it's very, very brief and, well, to a degree, subtle. I didn't notice the hard eyes when I was recording this, so there's something I can definitely mention there. I usually notice it too, so I guess I was too focused on, well, when she said using my methods, I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, what? I'm a little concerned there, but yeah. It was definitely a cute story. I can appreciate it for sure. So anyway, that is going to be all for this particular character memory video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. U47 will be up next. She's going to be next week, and I will be looking at the comments for the upcoming videos here to kind of see who will be the next ones after those two. Like I said, the poll was just to determine who was first and then who was second. No hard feelings on that one, so everyone kind of wins in that. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys all in the next live streaming video that I do. Till then, see you guys all again real soon.